Hi, I'm Ragini and I love spice. And today we're going to go to the queen of spice or the king of spice, which of course is the Vindaloo, or as is correctly pronounced, this is the Vindaloo. It's a Portuguese dish inspired by the Portuguese in India when they brought or introduced the chili. Do you know that there was no chili in India before that? So yes, we owe it all our hot dishes to the Portuguese. But today, instead of a beef version, we're going to do something very exciting. So we're doing one for the vegetarians and vegans, because this pack is actually a vegan pack. All our spices are. And it has onion, ginger, garlic, spice, everything in there. So no running around, wasting time, chopping, sniffing, roasting, nothing. Well, we've got, so ready to go. So let's open up our Vindaloo bag. At home, can you say that with me? Vindaloo. Because if you say that correctly, the next time you're able to go to a takeaway somewhere, they'll think that you really know your Vindaloo. So just a little dribble of oil in our pan. Can be vegetable oil or any oil you have at home. We are going to take maybe a tablespoon of our Vindaloo mix. That's for 12 people, so just please yourself and use as much as you like. It's a resealable bag, so you can seal it off for a year in your cupboard, not even in the fridge. And now we are going to sort of add some, well, I've got white vinegar here, but any vinegar you have at home. If you're doing a red meat, then it's probably nicer to have a red wine vinegar. Maybe with some pork, you could add cider vinegar, so it could change a little bit, but this is just white vinegar. And I'm just mixing up my spices, which have the onion, ginger, garlic, everything in them as well. And they're going to hit the hot oil. This is a very important part of cooking great curries or anything with spice, which is actually frying our spice blends. So they are lovely and aromatic, not burnt. We don't want anything burning in the base, but we do want it sticking a little bit, so it's just lovely and beautifully aromatic. So once that happens, then you can add a little bit more liquid, water in this case. No salt in any of our spice packs. So if you don't like salt, you're fine to go. If like me, everything in moderation, just add a bit of salt here. And I have got some cooked chickpeas. I do like to soak my own and then, overnight, and then cook them for about an hour till they're nice and soft. These are from Kangaroo Island, so they are actually very tender. They don't take much time at all, about 45 minutes, they're nice and mushy. That's quite important, because if your chickpeas are hard, then they're not all that good, and if they're not cooked, they will give you a bit of a tummy ache, so don't do that. So here we go. Have that on the high flame, because we just want to bring that to a boil. The chickpeas are already cooked, so it's not going to take a long time, but maybe 5 minutes, so that the flavor gets into the chickpeas. And once that sort of happens, I'm going to add something a little bit different in this recipe, something nice and fresh that makes, I think, our chickpeas really of course it does make them healthy, but at the same time it makes them really colorful and gives it slight sweetness, which takes this Vindaloo onto another level. So I've got some watermelon here, which is something one doesn't normally associate with Indian curries, but in Rajasthan, in India, we have many recipes using watermelon. So this is one of them. You can see that it started to come to a little simmer. We'll let that happen for another few seconds, and then we can add our watermelon, stir that through. Want something green, so nice mint, fresh mint, or green coriander, or I have some spring onion, and I'll just add that just on the top. Give me a nice, colorful, beautiful chickpea and watermelon curry lovely to have with a bowl of rice or some beautiful flatbread.